Most business owners only look at what already happened, which are their accounting reports. But what really matters is, will you have enough cash in 2 weeks or 2 months from now? In this video, I'll show you how to build a simple weekly cash flow forecast in Google Sheets. We'll add some red, yellow, green alerts, a running balance, and we can even show you how AI can help with the forecasting. So let's build it together. We can start by creating a weekly timeline going across the top of it. Right now I have just January 5th of next year. That's the first, I believe, the first Monday. And so the way we can just do it, it's a weekly thing. So we'll just do that plus 7. So that gives you your new, that gives you the start of next week, and you can just rip it across. And that gives you your weekly forecast there going by column, working your way from left to right. You'll see I already have three sections. Your starting cash, that's going to be whatever the cash is at the beginning of the week. Your next section is going to be income. I just put three rows in here: sales, service, other. You can add whatever ones you need. A total of just the income. Then we go down here for expenses, and I added just a few expenses off the top of my head. And again, we have the total for your expenses. So now down here for the weekly change, it's very simply just your income minus your expenses for the week. That's going to give you your net change that particular week. And then your ending cash forecast is going to be your beginning balance plus whatever your weekly change is. And then moving over to the next week, the way you would bring in your starting cash will just equal last week's ending balance. And we can go ahead and drag that all the way across. We'll go ahead and drag this formula stays the same, as does this one and this one. And then your ending cash forecast, that also will stay the same, so you can drag that across. And so now you got the first 5, 6, 7 weeks of the year already planned out. Now to add the red, yellow, green alerts to the file. So now we'll go ahead and add our ending cash forecast alerts. We'll go to Format, highlight the rows down here. We'll go to Format, Conditional Formatting, and we'll say if the value of the cell is less than 0, we'll make it red because that'll give you the alert that you went negative that month. We'll add another rule if it is whatever your buffer rate is. So we'll say if it's less than 5,000, go ahead and make it yellow. And then you'll add another rule if it's greater than 5,000, greater than or equal to 5,000, you can go ahead and make it green because then you're good to go. Now, if you look at this sheet, you can go ahead and you can see it's all green now, but you can see how as the weeks get populated here, if these numbers change, you'll be able to see a few weeks ahead of schedule, oh, something has to change. Okay, now we're going to show you how we can use AI to help you create your forecast. So what I have here in the prompt is predict the next 4 weeks of cash flow based on the following pattern. And I gave them my categories, and once you hit enter, AI is going to go ahead and give you these breakdowns. This is the estimate of the percentages they used. You could tweak those if you wanted to, but right now we're keeping it a little simple. So we'll just let them create the percentages to illustrate how the file can work. And you can see they give you the week 1, the week 2, week 3, and week 4. So what we would do is we would go ahead and copy these into our cash flow tracker. Now back at the cash flow tracker, I have a separate sheet here that's kind of already done that to save a little bit of time. So we'll show it right here in sheet 1. As you can see, I've populated the first 4 weeks of the forecast, and you can see how everything looks here. So you can see everything's green, but to kind of illustrate how the file works, I wanted to show you if you make this 11,000, then you make this 12,000. You see how now it just went to red. So now you can see, oh shoot, we got to change something. But then you also know at the end of this month, a client's going to pay a big invoice. So you should end up, so now that shows you, oh, we're going to end on the month in green. So this kind of illustrates how these alerts can work and let you see quickly how you're doing. So then the last thing I like to do is kind of create another row here called the buffer, your cash buffer. And all this is going to do is earlier when we created our rules, we set that it's going to go yellow if it's less than, I think, 5,000. So let's go ahead and have the cash buffer be 5,000. So this kind of just going to take 5,000 right off the top of each number here. And that lets me know what is my buffer ending every week. And then you just drag it across, and you can see we're negative here, but then we have a nice positive at the end of the week. So that's your weekly cash flow forecast, or weekly cash flow tracker, whatever you want to call it. Built in Google Sheets. It's very simple. It's very visual. It's very flexible to match any business model. You can update it. You can just continue to drag it across and keep it going, or start a fresh one every month. If you like what you saw, comment calendar, and I'll drop one to you right away. Thanks for watching.